Hi, my name is Chung Dha, and today I want to talk about why I chose for the Canon. Basically, I chose for the Canon because you get a lot of things with it. However, in this video, I'm not going to do any Nikon bashing because I'm not a Canon fanboy though. Even though I have a Canon lens doesn't mean I'm a fanboy though. However, with the Nikon, I have to say I actually used the Nikon before I actually ever touched or used a Canon camera, because actually when I studied graphic design and packaging design, I actually had courses of how or actually courses where I had to learn photography, and basically the only cameras they had on at the school were Nikon cameras. However, I have to say, before that I did own or do still own a Minolta Z5, where I actually learned a lot about photography, because basically a super zoom camera has basically a lot of the same features as a DSLR. Only difference is the lens and also probably the sensor size. However, a lot of the manual button, the settings, a lot of things are the same with a DSLR. However, the time period is when Sony took over Minolta and actually ruined it. So I have to say that's why I didn't choose the Sony the Minolta, because kind of got ruined by Sony. At the moment, yeah, with the Canon you get a lot. Basically, a lot is also a USB cable with the camera, where you can remotely use your camera from your laptop. Basically, you can take a picture and directly view it big on the screen. However, also filming wise, you can use it as an external monitor. However, only problem is the signal doesn't come in that fast compared to hooking up your camera with the SCART cable towards a normal television or external special monitor. Yeah, basically you get a lot of cables with your camera and also software with the camera. You can basically edit the photos, a quick cutting of the videos, a lot of special things. You can also even build your own picture style. And also another interesting thing with the picture style is actually like a color tone feature on the camera. And a lot of people like to say actually the Nikon color tone looks much better than the Canon, because the flash tone is much better and much more yellowish and much more correct. I have to say it's correctly under certain circumstances, because the Nikon picture style does look good when you are standing under really white light or daylight. However, if you're standing under tungsten light, I rather see the Canon picture style. However, I'm actually now using the Nikon picture style, which is a Nikon color mapping or color tone that I installed on the Canon. So it's called a picture style in terms of Canon. And basically you can install that by downloading a picture style called Nikon from a certain website or forum. And I basically installed it, and the basic use for it, I find out, is just under certain lighting, certain picture style or color tone works better. And yeah, basically so you can't really say you can compete it anymore, because basically you can replicate it now on the Canon. So yeah, basically with the Nikon, I've seen you just get a camera, neck strap, battery, and that's it. You don't get a USB cable and not even a SCART cable, or I haven't seen the latest few, but I didn't really see in the list it's saying you get these cables and the software. With the Canon you actually get a software and the two cables, and it's a great feature, and actually you get more than you actually need, because actually the software I only use the Zoom browser to quickly cut the videos when I'm logging the videos. Basically logging, I mean I go through the video, I look through them, I see a section I like for to use in the editing, and I cut it quickly out. And it basically makes a new file of that certain section, and it's easier for me to edit. Instead of having a long video, I have to drag and then search through it. I now just can cut out quickly small parts out of the video, which is a great way to do editing. While in the normal style, you'll be dragging a whole video inside your timeline. And yeah, a lot of the other features I haven't tried out actually. Even you could make your own color mapping or color tone, or what Canon called is picture style. So you can do a lot of crazy things with those too, getting special picture styles like getting more monochrome, special colors, and basically with the Canon you get a lot of things. And what's now also great with the Canon, it's hacked by Magic Lantern, and basically now it has like zebras and all kinds of cool features for filming. So you can actually get a lot of things and a lot of things more from the Canon, while the Nikon is lacking a lot of features that the Canon now has with the extra hack. So I have to say, for filming wise, I would go for the Canon right now, because a lot of features added towards it with the hack is really worth it. The other thing is lenses. Lenses, basically, if you ask your grandparents or your parents if they have old SLRs before or they still own them, ask them which brand they have. If you're lucky, they have like Olympus, Pentax, or even Leica or Nikon. Only thing is the Canon old lenses from the Canon FD are kind of unusable. You can still use them on Micro Four Thirds, but not really on any DSLRs. However, if you're owning Nikons, you probably want to go with Nikon. However, the great thing with the Canon is it actually fits a lot of different brands. Only brands they don't fit is Minolta, which only fits really on Sony cameras. However, you can put Olympus, Pentax, and Leica lenses through an adapter onto your Canon, which makes you able to use a lot of cheap lenses, old manual lenses for filming. You could use for photography, however, it's harder to actually manual focus nowadays with these cameras, unless you have a higher range camera with a focus optic in the viewfinder. However, I have to say, you can also use Nikon lenses on the Canon. So basically, if you are owning a Nikon and you find it kind of hard to use, you could jump over from the Nikon to Canon and use the Nikon lenses via adapter on the Canon. And mostly, yeah, I would say I chose for the Canon, and basically I did these research from what you actually get with the Canon. And it's really, you get a lot more for a Canon than when you buy a Nikon. So basically for me it's like you get a more professional and actually better option, and more actually too much with the camera. However, more is better than less. So that was basically it. Hope you find this information useful, and please subscribe, comment, or favorite this video, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.